excited because today I finally have sunshine. Yesterday became all overcast and cloudy, and I just, anyway, I got a couple of quick notes here because I got a message from somebody who says, yeah, this is all cool, but I need money right now, and I'm trying to figure out how to do this, and I'm stressing, what can I do? I don't have any money. Rich, I'm not Tony Robbins, yada yada yada, right? So here's what I got. I sat down, I made a crazy list because I don't know, I'm on like a jam now with this artificial intelligence, and here's why. It's all of this is the same solution. It's so simple. It's where it's at, right? They're like, how can I make money? I need to make some money. I'm like, okay, really, you gotta stop. You really have to stop. Because you have some interest or gift, something that you love to do, some passion that you just are like the expert at. I don't know what it is. It's hard for me to talk about this specifically because I don't know what it is, and I don't want to put a label on it because then people will go running and be like, oh, she told me to do this. No, that's not the point. When you look inside yourself, you're going to find this passion because then you want to do it. It's fun. Okay? So I decided that's the number one thing that is the way to make money. And every expert will tell you that. And I've got 10 easy steps to get this kick started, and you can be making money like in 2 days if you listen to what I tell you to do. Okay? So I'm going to give you the short and dirty version because I can get students up to speed, up to getting their business into motion, up to making money, feeling good about themselves. I can do it in an hour. I can do it. Yeah, so the power to transform your life is a magical, weird spirit thing. I know how to do it, okay? It's based in research and craziness that I learned because I'm a school teacher. But here's the 10 things that I'm going to tell you how to do, 10 quick steps, because if you can do these things, you can be in business in like a couple of days and have money coming in. You have some expertise that you really love to do, so here's the list, okay? Number one, there is a new, huge, wide variety of this digital area of publishing. Skills are just desperately needed, number one. Number two, what kind of problem can you solve in whatever area it is? I'm used to working with teenagers, and they don't have any money, and they need to make money quickly. So I'm going to just kind of take this as this brainstorming list of a couple of examples. But take it as the examples and apply it to what do you really love to do. I hate to even put these out because then people will be like, oh, that's all it is. No, step number two. Number one, where is your passion? What do you love to do? Where are you the expert? Number two, what are those problem areas where people need help doing whatever it is that you are the expert at doing? Right, that's number two. All right, so I'm back here. Number three, flip your vision. Stop looking for that $100 Band-Aid that you're trying to get fixed. Look at the bigger picture of this. What is it that you know how to do? Do more of that, as Dean said to me about a couple weeks ago. Yeah, so after you flipped your vision around, number three, as to what you do really well at, how about those expert goggles? Who's having the problems in those areas? That's number four. Number five, let's talk about these memes that you guys love to make with graphics and whatever the problem is that people are having. Make those with your contact number. Keep them simple. Be able to make a whole bunch of them. Social media, WhatsApp, phone number, all of that stuff. Be able to get that together. Okay, that's number five. But here's the thing, you got to kind of do these at the same time. Number six, decide on the business name that is the solution. So if, for example, you love animals and pets and you decide that you want to do a pet sitting service because that's the problem, yes, pet sitting service. Something about that. Not so much your name, not so much dogs, unless it's like Bulldog Babysitting by Brenda, something like that. I mean, that's my point. All right, that's number six, is this business name, and it's focus on your solution and part of this naming stuff. Think of 2 product levels or 2 things that you're going to be able to serve or you're going to be able to sell, kind of an entry level price point and then like a better price point. You want to be able to ultimately upsell your people into higher and better stuff once you've got some relationships. But again, this is based on the solution that you're solving. It's problem oriented. It's not about an hourly thing. It's about the love that that woman's going to get when you take care of her bulldog baby, when she goes away and she has to go do something horrible, automatic problem. Your bulldog babysitting with Brenda fabulousness is the service that I'm talking about. It's not about $100 a week or whatever that number is. Think about it in a whole, just the flipping the switch, to flip the perspective part of this. What are the solutions? That's where the value is. You bring solutions to the problems, okay? I think I'm up to number 8. Yeah, go over to Google. Start there and make the local business page on Google of your bulldog babysitting service. Make sure then attach these memes there. Start attaching your 2 products that you're going to have there. Start that. Anchor that to your social media connections. Yes, I would suggest using the power of Google. Use the power of YouTube. In that same relationship, use the power of Facebook and Instagram working together in those friend kind of relationships. Okay? Only those 3 little platforms. You don't want to spend all your time doing all this stuff. Don't. Keep it simple. All right, here I am back to number 9 and number 10. These again are going together because once you've got an idea of what kind of people might want your services, right? Then you've got to put together this marketing plan and your social media plan and your messaging and how are you going to make those memes and how are you going to do that. So I'm going to tell you number 10 is to make a production schedule for yourself. Keep it simple. Only think of doing, what could you do in 15 minutes a day? What kind of message? Maybe do a schedule. Mondays you're going to message this group, Tuesdays you're going to message that group, Wednesdays this group, and then you're just going to start mixing them all around. That's what I'm doing with this, if you're noticing how I'm approaching my weekly drops of information. So this is my kind of early backdrop. I'm not sure how I'm going to produce this exactly because I got the message. People want to know how to make money and get themselves to their life they really want to have, but you've got to stop and think, what kind of life do you really want to have? What do you want to do? You got to stop and you got to really decide what is it that you love to do and why, but then you'll want to go do it. I had to become a school teacher back 15 years ago. I had to do it. Long story. I had to do it. They made me go to training classes. They made me do stuff. And as I'm sitting there and I realized, wait a minute, I know how to do this. I've got this. I can do this better than they can. And I was trying to get them to do it. I'd been fighting with the Smart Start Challenge because the teenagers, this is me being I'm trying to come up with a solution. So now I have 2 solutions. It's really the same one. And then Matthew McConaughey has made his, which is again in my oh yeah, somehow I'm competing with Matthew McConaughey, which is why I think I'm sitting here under my hat and my own banging on my own drum. So there's my 10 quick steps to making some fast money. You can do this in 24 hours, but you have to stop. You have to think. Step number 1 is the most important one. Number 1, turn on some favorite jazzy, groovy, whatever moves you kind of spirit music that you got. Dance around a little bit and free yourself. I like to take a shower. Yeah, so I know I'm an absolute nut, but Good. Pop art, pop up. Woo-hoo. Okay, I am doing a lot of, I gotta